It happened again. You were skipped for a promotion at work, you lost money on an investment, your business is not taking off, you were rejected by your dream college, or your crush turned you down. In short, something unpleasant happened to you. To add even more frustration to all of that, you spend time on social media because, screw mental health. And everybody seems to have a perfect life. It seems like everything comes to them without any kind of effort. But here's the thing, unlike what you might see on Instagram, everybody has to face failure and disappointments. And deep down, you know that. You know that they only show you what they want you to see on social media. You know that everybody suffers setbacks, but you also observe that some people rebound from defeats much faster and keep going, whereas other people wallow in self-pity or in distractions. And in some rare cases, you see that people use those failures as a fuel that gives them even more power to keep going. And you might wonder, how can I be like that? How can I be one of those people who seem to overcome any obstacle that life throws in their way and also seem to be the happiest? And in this video, I would like to share my humble opinion about that. I think that becoming one of those unstoppable people comes down to three things: having a purpose, living that purpose daily, and a positive mindset. Let's start with a strong purpose. First off, what is a purpose? A purpose is a mission, something that you want to accomplish, something that is bigger than you that you want to accomplish, and that is emotionally compelling for you to pursue. Most people think that having a purpose is chasing wealth and fame. But I have noticed that most of the time, a strong purpose is building something that will contribute to society one way or another. Here are a few examples of a strong purpose. It can be being a superstar employee in your organization, building your own business, raising a happy family, becoming a top athlete in your region, creating artwork, or being a great teacher. As you can see, great purposes always have something like achieving something bigger than ourselves or leaving something behind. And here's the first problem. Most people don't have an emotionally compelling purpose. A big chunk of the population is just kind of existing. They go to work, they get a salary, and then they use that salary to distract themselves. As the psychiatrist Viktor Frankl once said, when a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. Think about it. Are you spending most of your free time seeking the next dopamine boost? However that may be, with substances, with junk food, with binge watching television, or any other kind of activities that you don't really like but that you do to escape the real world for a second? Well, constantly searching short-term pleasure is a strong sign of a life without a strong purpose. All of that goes to say that if you feel dissatisfied with life in general, there are good chances that the cause is a lack of a strong purpose. So finding a purpose that is emotionally compelling to you is a good start to develop an unstoppable mindset and to lead a satisfying life. But don't get me wrong, finding your purpose is not that easy. It's not something that you do just by snapping your fingers like that. Finding your purpose would deserve an entire video in itself. But start looking for that purpose is already a good first action step. That being said, there can be another reason people don't have a purpose. And that reason might be that some people already accomplished their purpose and now they're left wondering what to do with their lives. That happened, for example, to Buzz Aldrin, the second man to ever walk on the moon and one of the crew members of the Apollo 11 mission. Right after coming back from the moon, he felt empty because he had just accomplished the big goal he has been working on for years and years. And there he was, left wondering what to do with the rest of his life. This emptiness and this lack of purpose caused more than a decade of mental health issues, poverty, and alcoholism. After being an acclaimed national hero, Buzz Aldrin was left working as a car salesman to be able to survive. After a while, he found out that his new purpose was helping people like him, people struggling with bipolar disorder and alcoholism, and also providing ideas for an expedition to Mars. Because he could find a new purpose, his life mostly went back on track. To take more common situations, this could also be the deep sadness of parents who see their grown children leave the household, or fresh graduates who finally got the degree that they worked so hard for. Those are again people who had a purpose, accomplished that purpose, and they were left without a new purpose to pursue. So it seems like the secret is not accomplishing your purpose, but being in the process of accomplishing your purpose, which is a perfect transition for the second point to develop an unstoppable mindset. The second element for developing an unstoppable mindset is living your purpose daily. To take back the example of Buzz Aldrin, he was happy and he had his life in order as long as he was getting ready to go to the moon, which of course, as you can imagine, took years and years. But all that goes to say that as long as he was committing daily to his purpose, as long as he was getting a little bit closer to his objective of getting to the moon, he was unstoppable and stable. I know that Buzz Aldrin is an extreme example. You don't need to drop everything in your life and commit 24/7 to your purpose. That could be pretty reckless. But the trick is to make a little bit of progress every single day without any exception. That could be, for example, working 1 hour per day on the side hustle that you're doing, or working 1 hour per day on the screenplay that you want to write for a movie and one day see in the cinema. Every top athlete will tell you this, that the purpose of training every single day is to get a little bit better each and every time. And you can do exactly the same thing, committing to your purpose daily, committing to get a little bit better, a little bit closer to achieving your purpose every single day without any exception. And I really insist that the key to becoming unstoppable is to living your purpose daily, without any exception, even if it's just a little bit of effort, but daily, because consistency trumps intensity. Consistency beats intensity because living your purpose is like building a muscle. Imagine that you went to the gym only once per month and work yourself out to death until every muscle hurts. That wouldn't be very effective, right? Compare that to the fact of going consistently to the gym 3 times per week, moderately. Your results will be far better, right? Well, living your purpose is the same, because living your purpose is like building a muscle. So remember, the second element to build an unstoppable mindset is making a little bit of progress to achieve your purpose each and every day, even if it is a little bit of progress. Which leads me to the final element to build an unstoppable mindset, which is having a positive attitude. As I said earlier in the video, no matter what your purpose is, and even if you don't have a purpose, life will be throwing obstacles in your way constantly. It is a fact of life. I know it sounds crazy, but those obstacles in life, those negative events in life, are negative because you assign a negative meaning on them. Those events are rather neutral, and you can assign them the meaning that you want. And those meanings that you assign in life pretty much determine the quality of your life. Because the thing is that you cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control how you react to what happens to you. So I know all of that sounds very abstract and philosophical. So let me give you a concrete example. Imagine that you are preparing your application to get to your dream college. You have been preparing for years and years to get to that college, improving your resume with internships, getting the best grades, doing additional tests, and so on. For years, you have also been fantasizing about the idea of going to that college and all the opportunities that will present themselves in college and after your graduation from that college. And one fateful day, you receive a letter, and it is a letter of rejection. It happened again. You suffered a setback. You are hurt, angry, or sad. Or maybe you are feeling all those 3 emotions at the same time. How can you do to not let this rejection turn into bitterness, resentment, and finally putting in danger you achieving your purpose? I found out that in this kind of situations, disbelief can help a lot. Everything happens for a good reason. The universe, or God, or whatever you believe in, is conspiring in my favor to help me achieve my goals. As a supplement to this belief, you can also ask yourself the following questions. What is good about this? What did I learn from this experience? Those beliefs and those questions are going to force your brain to see the good side of that rejection, to assign a positive meaning to that rejection. With that kind of positive mindset, every obstacle can be turned into an opportunity. And what if I told you that the obstacle becomes the way? The famous actor Sylvester Stallone is a good example of that. At birth, the doctor had to use forceps to get the baby out. The problem was that the forceps were used with so much brutality that several nerves of the Stallone baby were damaged. That caused a paralysis of half of his face and a severe speech impediment. Because of that paralysis and speech impediment, he was mocked and bullied at school. Stallone coped with bodybuilding and acting, thus awakening his purpose of one day becoming an actor. And also, his face paralysis gave him his signature look, that made him so recognizable and memorable. This look that probably contributed to his success. Without this incident at birth and without the bullying, maybe Sylvester Stallone would have never become the actor we all know and love today. The universe was conspiring in his favor, and the obstacle became the way. So to wrap up all of this, having a strong sense of purpose, living that purpose daily, and having a positive attitude are the recipe for rock-solid resilience and having an unstoppable mindset. And I would even go as far as saying that they are the recipe for a happy life. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If that is the case, a little thumbs up is always appreciated. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there. And if there is a topic you want me to cover in a future video, if you have a question, you can shoot me an email to the address that is in the description below. And I will see you soon.